Relative clauses. A relative clause gives more information about someone or something. Relative clauses are useful to avoid repeating information. Take a look at these two sentences. The girl found my lost wallet. She returned it to me. We can use a relative clause to combine these clauses and avoid repeating ourselves. For example, the girl who found my lost wallet returned it to me. The relative clause, who found my wallet, provides more information about which girl it was. Here are another two sentences. We watched a movie last night. The movie was really interesting. Let's join them using a relative clause. We watched a movie last night that was really interesting. The relative clause, that was really interesting, provides more information about the movie. In both of these examples, the relative clause refers to a noun. In the first sentence, the relative clause refers to the girl. In the second, the relative clause refers to a movie. There are two kinds of relative clauses: defining and non-defining. Defining relative clauses give information that is necessary in order to understand who or what is being referred to. Non-defining relative clauses give extra information that is not necessary in order to understand who or what is being referred to. Here are two sentences. One contains a defining clause, that is, one that provides essential information, and the other contains a non-defining clause, that is, one that provides extra information that is not essential. Can you tell which is which? This sentence contains a non-defining clause. The relative clause, who lives in China, is not necessary in order to understand who is being referred to. It simply provides extra information. Here is the main clause, and we can still understand the meaning if the non-defining relative clause is removed. Commas are used to separate a non-defining clause from the rest of the sentence. Parentheses can also be used. This sentence contains a defining clause. The relative clause, who still need to finish their test, provides information that is necessary to identify the noun, students. Without the relative clause, it would be unclear which students are being referred to. Here is the main clause of the sentence. Unlike with non-defining relative clauses, commas are not used to separate a defining relative clause from the rest of the sentence. Relative clauses begin with a relative pronoun or a relative adverb. It's important that we choose the correct pronoun or adverb to use. Who is used to refer to people. For example, my friend, who recently moved here, is a great cook. Which is used for animals and things. For example, my laptop, which I bought years ago, still works well. That can be used for people, animals, and things. For example, the car that I bought is blue. That and which can both be used to refer to animals and things, and so they are often confused. Generally speaking, which is used for non-defining relative clauses, and that is used for defining relative clauses. Whose shows possession and is used for people and things. For example, the woman whose car was stolen reported it to the police. Where is used to refer to places. For example, we spent our holiday at the beach where we made great memories. When is used for time expressions. An example: this is the time when we celebrate. And why is used to refer to a reason. For example, that is the reason why I am upset. See if you can work out which of the relative clauses in these examples are defining and which are non-defining. Remember that defining provides information that is necessary to identify the noun. Non-defining provides extra information that is not necessary. Pause here while you work them out. These relative clauses are defining, and these relative clauses are non-defining. So far, we've looked at relative clauses that refer to nouns, and we've learned that they can be defining or non-defining. It's also important to know that not all relative clauses refer to a noun. Some relative clauses refer to a whole sentence. For example, she decided to study nursing, which was a choice that surprised us all. The relative clause provides more information, not about a noun, but about the clause, she decided to study nursing. EasyTeaching.net